Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at the Dingo Doodles episode, which is apparently a continuation of the previous story, where karaoke destroyed the universe. This is After the Tarrasque, D&D Story Part 2. You know, this is what happens when you have a playlist and you don't look ahead. You're actually surprised when there's actually more than one episode. I realized that the last episode was probably nothing but comments of, but Airier, there's a bunch more. Why didn't you see that? And I'm going to be like, yeah. Why didn't I? Because I'm an idiot. It's not a good excuse, but it's an unfortunately accurate one. Yeah. So we're just going to jump right in and see where this goes. And by goes, I mean they let a freaking Tarrasque loose. It's just going to be all uphill from here. And by uphill, I mean it's just getting better because they started at, oh my god. Technically that would mean they're downhill, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Dingo Doodles is actually quite competent. It's like they've grown incredibly quickly over the last 2 years, and they have so far put out really good videos, so the content is amazing to check out. That would be crazy though. So I'll say, if you haven't guessed already, there is a link below to the original video. Make sure to hit it up because if the last few videos are any indication, Dingo has a great sense of humor, good animation style, and this is more of a personal thing. Just, I love that little crazy face she does whenever anyone comes up and they're just like randomly in there. It's just random face. It's not even the face they make, but it's like just like the random face. And yes, I do enjoy doing that. I might be overindulging, but I enjoy it, so I'm doing it. Is it a good reason? No, it's not. Will I do it anyways? Bleh. Probably. Again, link below, original video. You already hit up? Great. Let's get started.
Also, this is a part 2 of my previous D&D video, so
yeah,
I
that was
watching part 1, so you're not wondering what the heck
I watched it in
I'm
the correct order for
talking
once.
about.
I don't like I've ever done
I
that
get it.
wrong
You're a
before.
rebel. You live on the edge. Okay, so why
You
is there a
monster,
part
you stay
2
off the
to
grass.
this?
But then you actually don't.
You'd think after
For
releasing
shame.
a Tarrasque, it'd be game over, right?
Wasn't
And
it?
Believe me, we thought that too. We were planning to throw our character sheets into the fire.
Oh god.
Until Felix was like,
Oh god, they actually burned it.
Hold on a second. My group's
What?
philosophy for playing D&D is fun trumps rule. So if there's a rule that we all unanimously agree
Must wear
is kind
socks
of
with
silly
sandals.
or just
That's
doesn't
just good
really
measure,
work,
though.
we get rid of it. It's just our interpretation of the game, which is fine.
Technically, if the
Everybody
DM is
plays
okay with it, he's
D&D
always right.
differently.
Or she's always
And
right.
that just happens to
Unless
be
it's
the way
Ben,
we do.
in which case Ben's always
So
wrong.
we all agreed we wanted to give it another shot and keep this campaign going. We loved our characters and the story that Felix was making, so we weren't going to give up now. We ain't no quitters. To be honest, I didn't think I'd be talking about this anymore, but I think it's interesting and fun.
What did
It's all
they
kind of an
do? What rule did
experiment.
they turn off?
So let's have a go at it, right?
Like, what individual
Okay,
gameplay
so
rule would
let's
actually let them
establish some
survive a
things
Tarrasque?
I left out from the previous video. Our team consists of a druid named Gothy, a crystal golem named Gorthad,
Oh,
a spell scale named Julian, and a magical girl named Arena.
what?
Yes, we have a magical girl, and yes, she sparkles and everything.
Oh my god,
and
really?
yes, we are blinded every time she transforms.
Oh my god.
Guys,
Is that-
Alchemist Quarry is
I
also
love it.
inhabited by
I did not- I
mostly
wanna-
anthropomorphic
Yes.
creatures. It's pretty much furry town.
I like how you actually see more than
which
just the
we
one crazy
constantly
monkey
make fun of
alligator.
Felix for making.
There's a reason they're furries, damn it.
We'll get back to that later. Also,
I'm not touching
the
this
name
one.
of the campaign is called Fool's Gold. It's because at the start of the campaign we were all merchants, which eventually
Oh.
we all became adventurers. Fun fact: the three of us are standing
That's a
outside
bit of a
the
change.
city, watching this Tarrasque start
What
to
would the
decimate
magical girl
buildings
sell?
and start the apocalypse. Sips is still drunk and
Still.
eventually is slapped out of it.
Oh,
And
jeez.
now he can see what he did. Well, I'm just gonna go. Nope.
Probably the
Here's
safe
something
idea.
else. How? I don't know if you've noticed, but I kind of made a 700-foot radius of permanent dead magic, and I kind of use magic, so I can't exactly
Does the Tarrasque have magic?
do anything. I could yell at it.
I mean, it
But
wouldn't
I don't
matter because it
think
would
that's
kill you
gonna help.
anyways, but...
The group brainstormed around the table for what seemed
Charisma.
like forever.
Oh, God,
because
is that actually what they're
essentially
gonna do?
we're trying to stop the apocalypse. Maybe we could freeze it with a huge amount of freezing potion. Maybe we could, like, find a genie.
She's still
and
sparkling.
Wish it gone. Now, hear me out.
I mean, wish
Another
is a
Tarrasque.
thing. Or is that the
Are
old
you
version?
still drunk? In the meantime, the city mages come together and form a circle around the city,
Oh, yeah.
slowly dispelling the permanent magic zone.
Oh, you can do
Pretty
that?
much the entire time
Oh.
that our group is running around, freaking out, and being useless. Eventually, they dispel the zone, and out comes this woman. This
What?
mysterious figure who is very obviously the leader, who brings out 2 followers and a chest. They open up the chest and give her what looks to be shrunken versions of the Tarrasque's hands,
What?
feet,
What?
and head. It's kind of like those like voodoo shrunken head kind of stuff.
Okay, that's a lot creepier. I was going
He
more...
puts them on and starts to control the Tarrasque
What?
using magic, like some kind of crazy puppet master. Extra creepy. Right at that moment when she starts to use the voodoo
No.
that she do, all the anthropomorphic NPCs in the town start to freak out. Like they're on fire, but there's no fire. It seems like the magic that she's using is affecting the citizens, but only the furries. And then Sips feels it too, but only in his cursed arm. It's like somebody dipped your arm into acid. Great.
Oh god, the evil
Deal
the
with
monkey
that.
noise.
Nope, this is fine, this is perfect, this is great. Yep. Sips tries to cast sleep on himself to try to get
Oh
away
no,
from
what
the
did he fail
pain,
at?
But he fails his concentration check because he feels like he's burning in acid.
That would do
He
it.
quickly shoves a sleeping potion down Sips's throat to make him fall asleep. But he succeeds his save, so his body won't take it,
What?
and he won't fall asleep.
How do you...
I'm just rolling saves like
Your dice hate
to
you.
sleep. Damn it! But he keeps succeeding. So while this is happening, all the mages surround this lady.
Okay, I gotta ask the first off. One, the DM had to BS all of this on the fly. I'm just gonna put this out there, but holy crap! That's a coherent narrative of quite a bit of scale, and you know he didn't plan on that because who expects Red Dead Magic suddenly Godzilla? And so help me if that's actually something he expected. I am not sure if that is impressive or terrifying. Also, the fact that she's controlling it with the equivalent of the Hulk arms. Hulk smash. It's come on, let's be honest. It looks like every 5-year-old playing dress up with a parent for a superhero. That's where my head went. Just that is. How do you come up with that on the fly? And then there's a anthropomorphic furries also have acid power when she takes them over. Okay, that's actually kind of freaky. And you know, when I say it out loud like that, it sounds almost fetishistic and terrifying. I'm not gonna do that again. Just not. But damn, I'm very impressed by their DM. Just that's impressive on the fly even.
And buffs her constitution to double the amount of the Tarrasque. So essentially,
How much is
bumping
that?
her HP like a madman. Then she starts to choke herself,
What?
which translates to the Tarrasque choking.
Oh, physically
Due to her
choke. Oh.
ridiculous constitution, she is able to outlast it. It's kind of like a holding your breath contest in a way. And essentially,
Did she just... I can't believe I'm going to say this, and I feel bad about saying this, but she basically just did the entire premise of 2 different Naruto, not Boruto, Naruto early on jutsus. The Nara, you know, the entire shadow control, and technically Ino with mind control, but we're not going to get into that one because the Naras all do the entire, hey, I'm going to control you, and then we're going to copy each other and do things to each other, and it'll be fun. You got to mirror me. And that's what they're doing here. One, cool little usage there. Is it from Naruto? Maybe. If that's inspired by, cool for you. Great. Awesome. Works well. I love seeing people actually use that in innovative ways. But just, I mentioned it was getting fetishistic, and let's be honest, as impressed as I am, I'm also wondering, what does your search history look like? You want Barry? Don't answer. Don't. I don't even want to. No. Just no.
chokes out the Tarrasque like a boss. So while this is all happening, everybody's just watching and going like, whoa, this is crazy. Whoa, this is so cool. Wow.
I love this. Really?
While Sips is just screaming in agony in the background.
To be fair, he deserves it at
She
this point.
stops the magic. Everybody, including Sips, stops freaking out and feeling like they're gonna die. She then takes off her creepy gear, turns in our direction, and takes a second. Sips.
Start running.
Sips's face of first pain, then relief, then confusion turns to just
Oh,
pissed.
yeah, you're dead.
Just a look of pure rage.
No.
As he's staring down the woman that ruined his life, Kinora. Okay, so I kind of need to let you know a little bit about Sips's backstory for you to know why he looks at this woman like he wants to cast a level 9 spell up her face.
Did he just Super
This
Saiyan?
is not
Can we consider
actually
he basically looks like
Evermorph
Goku?
monkey or an ape-like,
Not
like some
DBZ,
of
but
you guys
actual
think,
Journey to the West
or
Goku.
some other monkey races in D&D. He's just a normal monkey
What?
who, when very young, got taken and sold to be an entertainment monkey.
Oh.
Those ones with the little hats and the music box.
Fez.
Not a great look for him. He's
I don't
just
know. It
a
looks kind of
monkey
cool.
who hated
Everything
his
is cool
life.
with the Fez.
Till one day, a mysterious figure came up to Sips's owner, Hodge, and asked to buy Sips's
Hodge, really?
hands and feet. Just
Um,
the hands and feet. Yo, weirdo! So
Yeah.
Hodge knocks Sips out, cuts off his hand. Sips wakes up, because you just cut off his hand. Attacks Hodge, because you just cut off his hand.
Yeah.
And beelines it out of there to the swamps.
The
He's losing a lot of
fuck?
blood, and he becomes lost. Then, lo and behold, guess who shows up?
Alligator magic?
Boom, mysterious figure who wanted his hands and feet because they're creepy.
Yeah.
Which turns out to be, boom boom, Kinora.
That's how you spell
She
it?
offers
Queen
to help
Aura?
him. I mean,
She's gonna
he's a monkey.
give him a
He has
hand?
no idea what's going on. With
Oh,
this
he
woman's
wouldn't know that she
saying,
was the one
so
buying the hand.
He's gonna die if he doesn't accept. So he's like, okay. She takes him back to her house, essentially a voodoo shack. She's a witch doctor who's bat crazy. Puts him on the table and helps him, emphasis on help, by attaching a very special, a very cursed, magical crocodile hand onto his vacant stump of a right arm. At that moment, so much magic and energy flows through him that he becomes awakened. So
What?
for anybody who doesn't know how the awaken spell works,
I have no idea what
it
awaken
pretty
spell
much
is.
just means that you become conscious or sentient. So monkey ain't no stupid monkey anymore. He understands.
I think the last part in this series proves no, he's not. He don't understand still. He got drunk and destroyed the universe. Minus the destroy part, but it happened.
And
Like the backstory, though.
Kinora's like, cool, now we can replace some other things. Nope, this witch is crazy.
Yes.
Sips attacks Kinora and nopes right out of there. So from there on, he just traveled and slowly became Sips. So you can get why
With
he stares at
pants.
this woman with the rage of 1,000 suns. But I'm gonna leave it here for part 3 because the video is getting a bit long. I'm not really sure how you guys are gonna react to this video. But I
Well,
had
I'm
fun
going
making
with
it,
well on this
so
one.
I'm happy. I will also be putting out an animated story video in between these,
Mm-hmm.
probably, unless the urge hits me. Just keep going. with part
The urge to
3,
write.
right
It's
away.
fire!
So you probably
Again,
won't get
I love
part
the
2
faces she
till
chooses.
September.
Okay, so I love the backstory. I love all the interaction. I like the fact that the GM is like, you know what? I'm going to make this somehow not horrible. Because, one, that's awesome. Two, there's a lot of backstory in this. I was kind of wondering how he came up with it. And it's like, oh no, he just repurposed it on the fly, which it's a little less crazy than making it up on the fly, which is still insane. But then taking your material, which you've worked around the entire story, because apparently you got notes, a lot of notes, a binder of notes, and you essentially rewrote it, altered the draft to fit what you need immediately. And that is really well done. I mean, honestly, most writing comes into editing phase, and you just watch the editing phase happen in this video. And that's... I always treat D&D as if you're basically doing a draft of a story. This DM had the first draft, that was the notes in the binder, and you're just live, basically editing it through player interaction, and that's where you get the second draft. Honestly, it's where people like Ed Greenwood get books, basically. Not because they play out the games, but because that's basically how you come up with a story. It's multiple drafts, and there's just one person doing it instead of an entire game table of it. That's basically what it is. And I love watching that, like the entire interaction, because you can tell this guy, the GM here, is very good. Dropping lines, dropping hints, how only some people are affected, and it includes Sips, so it's kind of implying since he was affected, the only interaction he had with them before was the entire freaking arm, which is what hurt. Oh, she did that to a lot of other people, which is fucked up because apparently she has a hand and feet cutting fetish. I keep using that word. And it's still creepy. I'm a little surprised the magical girl only sparkled a little, but I'm just holding out hope that becomes more insane as it goes, because they have a freaking magical girl who has the transformations and everything. That's a level of crazy I love, and I'm just really excited to see more of it. Oh, jeez. Also, she does the spell to do dancing lights, which Sips accidentally destroyed the universe with. I know he didn't actually do that now, but I'm going to pretend he did because it amuses me. I want to see what happens next. I want to see not just what happens directly in the story. I want to see the other characters, because there's still 2 who are sick. I want to see what happens when they get drawn back in. It's like, oh, by the way, some stuff happened. Sips nearly destroyed the universe. And then plot. Yep. Dingo is a very competent storyteller. She's not as overtly funny as Puffin. Puffin, honestly, is a gag a minute, and he's hilarious. Where Dingo is very much just a storyteller. But I say that in the sense that she tells it well. She has good animations, very expressive faces. Like, honestly, her best form of humor, I think, is her facial animations, because they are spot on hilarious. And they just give a lot of characterization and interesting facts. Just like how someone's feeling at any emotion, because they're super hyper expressive. The super and the hyper are both very important together. But then her storytelling is like laid back, it's easy to understand, it's easy to digest. She moves through the important points, and you see what's going on. You see just enough of the characterization around it. She's a very competent storyteller in her own right. It's like she probably did a webcomic prior to this that I still need to go check out. Electric Bunnies. Yeah. Great name. And it just works, because with that little bit of humor from the facial features and the animation style, it does tie everything together, so you have the involvement of the characters, and they're not just flat stick figures, which is important because the story is great, and anything more than a stick figure is awesome. I mean, it would be good with stick figures too, but it's better as what she has. I can see why her channel grew so fast, because this is really damn good. I don't think it's just growing because of her animation style, though. I love it, it's great, but I think it's actually her storytelling skill on top of the baseline animation that really makes this so memorable. Because she's telling a really fascinating story. I'm actually engaged in this. I want to know more. And I'm only 2 episodes in of what I didn't realize was episodic. Basically, yeah, she's great at what she does. She's a good artist, fun artist, does a lot of really great faces. And again, those just get me every time, especially the eye jokes, because I'm weak to that. But I think her baseline ability to tell a story competently is definitely, at least from what I've seen so far, her greatest asset, and it's being exploited to a great degree. This looks good. I just want to see more. So in case you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Make sure to hit it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.